What's up, Running Squad? So we're going to go through a little bit of stuff about acceleration mechanics today. So the main thing we're going to be looking at is the wall drill. So I found a little bit of stuff for you to look at. This is the place that I want you guys to start off. So as well as your marching, your band marching drills where you're just marching on the spot, we're going to go through a few other drills. We're going to go through band marching, which all of you guys should be familiar with by now. I'm going to put this video into the member section as well. You then should also be familiar with pogo jumps, where we're working on ankle elasticity. The next thing we're going to work on, which is going to be probably the most crucial part of the sprint for us, it's going to be the part that's going to help us work on things most. It is going to be the acceleration phase. So 0 to 15 to 20 meters, if you like. So the main thing I'm going to get you to work on with this stuff is just about projecting yourself forwards. So when we talk about projection forwards, it's going to be a bit counterintuitive because we're very used to producing force upwards as weightlifters, go about everything going up as fast as possible. The main thing we're not going to understand as well is not worrying about the upward force production, but worrying about the outward, the projection forwards when it comes to sprinting or sideways, wherever it is, the horizontal force component of moving. So the thing we're going to go over is just some really simple stuff that will double up and overlap as activation for later sessions, and it's just going to be a very basic wall drive drill. Now we're only going to go through the basic hold today, and this one's going to be a bit of like an isodynamic one. So you're going to go and get yourself onto a wall, as you can see me doing here, and it's going to be probably about like a, let's say like a 40 to 60 degree angle. It's going to really depend on how it feels to you. And what you're going to aim to do is basically lean into the wall and make sure that you've got quite stiff ankles. So your ankles are kind of like a neutral position. If you look at the front of the shin, you should have a 90 degree, maybe a slightly sharper angle. So 90 to 100 degree bend when you look at the front of the ankle and the foot. So now what you're going to do is you're going to lean into the wall, and I'm hoping that the video syncs up okay. I'll do the best I can, and then you're going to drive through the wall. Now the main thing with this is that as you lift the knee up, what you're going to notice is I'm trying to bring my foot straight forwards, and I'm going to try and make it a bit more indicative when you look at my back leg. I'm trying to push off my back leg, keeping my ankle at the same angle. I'm trying to drive through the wall. Now the things that are going to help me to drive through the wall are, one, having my arms slightly bent so I feel like I can drive through the wall a bit more, so I've got some cushion in my arms, so it's not going to hurt anything. The other thing I'm doing is I'm trying to make sure that my front foot is level with my back knee, and my front knee is level with or just below the crease of my hip. So when you look at it, if you draw flat lines across the actual drill, you'll notice that the top of my knee is just below my hip, and then the top of my, or rather my ankle joint is level or just slightly below my back knee. What this is going to make sure we do is that if we elevate that front leg too much, it's going to cause our body height to raise. It's going to mean that we're going to produce lots of force vertically, but not really much horizontally. So that's what this drill is about, making sure we produce force forwards and we don't waste anything. Remember that with sprinting, the main reason we're doing it as weightlifters, well, on team sport athletes and sprinters first, is because it's a massive part of our sport. We need to be good at it. The reason we're doing this as weightlifters is because the more force we can produce, the more efficiently we can produce it through a sprint. It means that we're going to work on our rate of force production, our power, our speed, and our actual strength, because acceleration is a lot about strength and using it properly. It's also going to make it a more efficient exercise, so we recover from it quicker. It's also going to make us produce more force overall, which is going to carry over to weightlifting, because the faster we can produce force, the more force we can produce at higher speeds, the better you're going to be as a weightlifter. So this is kind of like a bit of a general specific drill, because it's going to work on our strength, our power, our conditioning, even stuff like our mobility and our ability to contract and relax the muscles much quicker. But it's going to work very, very well effectively as a training tool. It's also going to add more variety to our training. So when you're looking at any of your speed drills, I'm going to try and drill this point in. It's going to feel like flogging a dead horse. But whenever we're doing sprint drills, whenever we're doing anything, actual sprint work, remember the reason why you're doing it, because that intent of why you're doing it is going to help you to sprint better. So go work on these wall drills, guys. I hope that was a good explanation. If you have any questions, as usual, hit us up in TrueCoach or send us an email or shoot us a message on Instagram, however you normally get hold of us, and we will help you out with these drills here. But these will make a massive difference if you do them with the right intent towards how you sprint.